Motion blur is a common visual problem that affects gaming and video playback on monitors. Understanding what causes it and how AOC addresses these issues is essential for optimal display performance. Motion blur appears as a smearing or blurring effect when objects move across the screen. Fast-moving elements lose their sharp edges and become difficult to track clearly. Motion blur has three primary causes. First, pixel response time, the time it takes for pixels to change from one color to another. Slower response times create more noticeable blur. Second, the sample and hold effect of LCD panels. Unlike CRT monitors that flash images briefly, LCD panels hold each frame steady, which our eyes perceive as motion blur during movement. Third, refresh rate limitations. Lower refresh rates mean fewer frames per second, creating larger gaps between displayed images and more perceived motion blur. AOC monitors combat motion blur through advanced hardware solutions. Overdrive technology increases voltage to pixels, forcing them to change colors faster and reducing response times. Black frame insertion, or BFI, inserts black frames between regular frames. This significantly improves motion clarity by mimicking how CRT monitors work, though it does reduce overall brightness. AOC also provides software-based solutions accessible through the monitor's on-screen display menu. These include response time settings, game mode presets, and custom color profiles. Modern AOC monitors feature cutting-edge technologies like MBR in the G2 and G3 series, ULMB compatibility in select models, and fast IPS panels with 1 millisecond response times for superior gaming performance. These advanced technologies work together to provide gamers and professionals with the clearest possible motion clarity, reducing eye strain and improving performance in fast-paced applications. The first step to disable motion blur is accessing your AOC monitor's on-screen display menu. Look for the menu button on your monitor, typically located on the bottom or side of the frame. Once the menu appears, you'll see various options. Navigate to the Game Setting, Gaming, or Performance menu using the directional buttons on your monitor. Look for settings labeled Response Time, Overdrive, or Pixel Acceleration. These control how quickly pixels change colors. You'll typically find options like Off, Weak, Medium, and Strong. If you find Motion Blur Reduction, or MBR, enabled, you may want to disable it. While this feature can improve motion clarity, it significantly reduces brightness and conflicts with variable refresh rate technologies. For optimal results, configure your graphics driver settings. NVIDIA users should enable G-Sync in the control panel and set maximum refresh rate. AMD users should enable FreeSync and configure anti-lag for consistent performance. Finally, optimize your in-game settings. Cap your frame rate slightly below your monitor's maximum refresh rate, disable any in-game motion blur effects, and prioritize consistent frame rates over maximum visual quality for the best motion clarity.